am Jeremiah Temple, board member of the African think tank and vice president of the Sierra Leone Australia Community of Victoria. I believe the African think tank leadership program is a fantastic opportunity for our community. For us to be able to make a mark in this nation, we need leaders. And we need people to come on board for them to be able to actually learn skills that will help them to develop their community. Our community need role models, and good leaders will be that person that the community needs to step up and able to showcase so that the young people that are coming up or others can be able to follow. The more people we have in leadership in Australia, the better for we. The better for the system to be able to understand what Africans are capable of. Without us not being in leadership, I believe people will not understand who Africans are and what we are made for, or what our capacities are. People will judge us for who they think Africans are from the things they watch on the TV and the bad image that they've portrayed. So I believe that you and me need to come on board and try to work on this leadership program to be a fantastic opportunity for us to be able to journey into the next stage in this society, which is us able to be in leadership position in supporting our community, supporting the Australian society as a whole. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Oliva Mubarak. I'm a board member for the African think tank. I'm also originally from Zimbabwe. One of the greatest initiatives of the African think tank has been the African leadership training that took place in 2010. I was privileged to be one of the participants, and this program was really an eye-opener, for it not only built self-confidence and capacity for the participants, but what this program did was that it created a link between the participants and the corporate world and even business world through the mentor program. Many of the African community, particularly young people, are facing many difficulties because of unemployment, as much as they're qualified and have got high qualification and degrees, master's degrees, and they are actually working manual jobs in factories and nursing homes. What the leadership program did was that it created opportunity for these young people to be mentored by people that have got links within the business world and employment world. And many of the young people were actually able to get employed, were actually able to get self-confidence back to them so that they can actually be able to actually create and have a better future. So in final, all I want to say is that the leadership program build capacity, and it is a great example, particularly through its mentoring program, through Leadership Victoria, in terms of creating confidence, self-esteem, and capacity building by the young people.
I'm Jonathan McCoy from Malawi, but I'm teaching at RMIT University in International Development. I've been part of the leadership program through ATT for 2 years now. And I would say that this leadership program is highly significant in a number of ways. First, it brings awareness of what Africans need to know about their rights here in Australia. But also, aside from that, it is equally important to know what sort of skills are required in order for one to access certain services within Australia. So the leadership program is quite an important component of that particular process, where African communities are brought to that awareness, but at the same time go beyond just awareness, but acquire further understanding and skills, in particularly in leadership, where this leadership is expected to have this trickle-down effect within various communities in Melbourne, so that in so doing people can be brought together and build these communities and have a sense of community as a process of being incarcerated into the Australian community?
My name is Felix Mofongo. I'm professor of business at Monash University. I'm a board member of the AT&T, and I just want to pass a few messages of what role we are playing and what we think the leadership training can contribute. This is a very valuable, well thought out, very successful program to empower and help the African communities in running their affairs, in managing and articulating their needs. And we think every time, every cycle, we would like all the African communities in Melbourne and those in the region to actually be represented by at least one trainee, if possible, 2, 3, because it goes through an interview system to select the most suitable people to undergo the training. I would like to endorse my full support for the leadership program. We've run it over a number of years. We've had very big successes. People have been able to get into employment. People have taken leadership positions in various organizations, and we believe they'll go on to greater things in future. We would like to get as many of you to participate as possible because it is a program for us. It gives us an identity. It gives you self-worth. It gives you values. It gives you skills that you can use throughout your life. Thank you.
It's a great opportunity for the African Australians to be empowered. If I take an example of what I saw in Shepparton, being one of the very first Africans to walk on the streets of Shepparton without any other darker-skinned individual, I've seen people coming there, first skilled migrants, secondly refugees, and then family reunion now. But of these 3 cohorts, the refugees apparently have been the most disadvantaged. They had challenges. They couldn't form a community organization. Their own community was misled and hijacked because they didn't have the skills to form an organization. But they had life to live, and they came to a country where community organizations are actually playing a very significant role in the dynamics of change, growth, and development. So when we start talking about leadership, we talk about equipping people with knowledge, building capacity, adding to what they have, and clarifying the future. Because this is the sort of thing that is fundamental has been keeping the Africans or the African Australians behind, not to fit into the Australian multicultural community. I think what ATT is doing is great empowerment of these younger people that do participate into these programs. Young means some people vigorous and feel energetic to participate, not necessarily young. I find that the program, part of which I've been involved, is very informing, very mentoring, very exciting, and leads people to measure their worth and develop their own self-esteem. It has empowered our gender people, particularly women and young girls. It's a sort of equipment that I can see leading them in the future. And I look forward to more and more work done by agencies like ATT and other institutions